What's up, Duck Hunters? And so a question that I get a lot is, what happens when apartment locating goes away? Or will apartment locating ever go away? And the answer is an outstanding no. Apartment locating is not going to go away anytime soon. In fact, it's in its infancy, and it's only going to spread to other markets and other cities that don't even know what apartment locating is. So first of all, it's been going on for over 30 years. Commissions are only getting bigger. Other cities and other markets are realizing that all they have to do is set aside 1 month out of the 12 that they're going to set up their tenants with to the locator. So of course it's not going to go away anytime soon at all. To really understand this is to understand the payment structure that you get paid as an apartment locator. So let's go over that real quick. We get paid basically a month out of the many month contract that the tenant that you refer over signed. And the commission payment is always a percentage of that first month's rent. So for instance, here in Austin, the standard commission rate is like 75 to 100% commissions, which is 100% of the first month's rent is all of the first month's base rent, right? So if the apartment's $1,000 a month and you refer over a tenant, you get $1,000. It's that simple. Another thing you have to understand is that apartment buildings aren't just relying on people to happen to see the building and walk in and sign a lease, because everything is done online nowadays, right? Everything is coming online. The way people shop, the way people learn about things, the news, everything, right? Social media, it's all online. So apartment complexes are now starting to understand in 2019 that they're going to have to start spending money on advertising campaigns to attract tenants, because if they don't, the other smarter multifamily apartment community will. So they sort of have to just to keep a healthy occupancy rate, especially if it's a lease-up building. And so what does that translate into? It translates into the marketing expense to acquire the tenant for a multifamily building is actually a reality. So what I'm trying to say in simpler terms is that acquiring a tenant for their apartment costs them money, right? And so if they're going to work with a locator and we bring them a referral, a tenant for them to sign a lease, and they didn't pay any ad spend or any advertising budget to acquire that tenant, of course they're going to go ahead and pay us our commission, because they would not have otherwise leased to that tenant without a referral. So out of the 12-month contract that we refer over, sure, they'll give us 1 month because they didn't pay anything. So of course that's not going to go away. In fact, it's actually spreading. So understand that most people and real estate agents don't even know what apartment locating is for the most part, right? Because the whole industry, it's in its infancy. So slowly and slowly, I've been seeing apartment locating spread to other markets and other cities, but it's the biggest here in Texas by far. In fact, if you do a Google Trend search, the only state that pops up if you type in apartment locator on Google Trends is Texas. So that should make you feel really, really confident. So it's not going to go away. It's going to grow and expand to all other 50 states before that is ever a problem, which I anticipate would be decades and decades and decades from now. So yeah, the opportunity is hot and it's going to grow. And other buildings are really quickly realizing that, instead of paying all this money to acquire a tenant, they're going to absolutely work with apartment locators, because the tenants we refer over to them are basically free. They just pay us 1 month out of the 12 months that they have them, which is always profitable for them. So again, guys, apartment locating is absolutely not going to go away anytime soon at all. So let's go on to the second thing that I hear a lot, right? The second question I get a lot is, yeah, but what happens when the market crashes, right? And the economy is shot? What happens to apartment locating? The beautiful thing about apartment locating is that no matter what happens to the economy, you will always be able to earn over $10,000 every single month. And I'm going to explain why here in a second, but I just want to say that and lay down the groundwork, right? As a locator, you will always earn more than $10,000 every single month if you're working correctly and efficiently. And so let's talk about the market, right? What happens when the market's really, really hot and the economy is doing well? Well, people are probably purchasing more homes, right? Because everyone wants to purchase and own over renting. That's something that we just understand as real estate agents. And so when the market's doing really hot and the employees are paid very well and the whole economy in general is doing good, people buy more homes. So when people buy more homes, they lease less apartments. And so what happens when they lease less apartments? Apartment communities really need need more help leasing because now there's less people leasing in general. And so when that happens, commission rates go up, right? So us as apartment locators, we can work with less clients every month and still earn the over $10,000 mark, right? So then commissions go up, we work with less people. What happens if the opposite happens and the market totally crashes, right? And the economy is just super, super shot. Well, with apartment locating, unlike any other industry, we're basically unaffected. The only change that will happen is that people start renting a whole lot more, right? Because if the economy is bad and jobs aren't paying well, then people usually purchase a whole lot less homes. And so, you still need a place to live. So if you're not going to buy more, you're going to rent more apartments or condos, right? And we're paid on both. And so when that happens, yes, now there's more activity in renting. So apartments aren't going to pay just as high as commission. And so, for instance, if the commission rate on average here in Austin is 75 to 100% standard commission, well then yeah, that will drop to 50 to 75% commission because there's more activity and apartments need less help. However, because there are more renters that enter the market as a whole, we'll always level out. So yeah, we get paid less commission, but now we can lease 3 to 6 to 7 apartments in a single day, right? So even though we're getting paid less commission, we're getting 3 or 4 times the business. And so it'll always level out. So no matter if the market's doing really, really hot and people are purchasing more, so then you're getting paid more commission, or the market crashes and people are leasing more and you get paid less commission, the amount of earning potential as an apartment locator always stays the same. You'll always at least be able to earn $10,000 or more. And I know locators and top producers that earn $20,000, $30,000 a month on autopilot. But I'm more of I like to under promise and over deliver. And so $10,000 at least in a month is very, very conservative, right? Because remember, these people need apartments. And so with or without you, they're going to rent an apartment. So if you're marketing correctly, how we teach you, and you're just kind and professional over the phone, it's not like we're selling them anything. We're just making their natural transition into an apartment easier and more efficient. So there's absolutely no way you can't lease 8 to 10 people every single month forever, right? Which translates into over $10,000 a month. So guys, apartment locating is not going to go away. If anything, it's going to spread. Most people don't even know what apartment locating is right now in 2020 anyways, right? And so it's going to grow no matter whether the market crashes or it does good. We're always going to be able to earn a lot of money. So guys, I hope you appreciated that video, and check out this next video because you're going to love it.